Today we'll know more about the importance of business of banking in our life. Let us look at this graph, diagrammatic representation which shows the domestic circular flow of income and spending. If there are no banks in our life, how would the money flow would take place in the society? The common households who purchase goods and services from the firms on demand, they spend their income on the purchase of goods and services. In return, the firm provides the common households the income in the form of wages, dividends, interest, profits, and rent. So the income earned is spent again on the purchase of goods and services. Now, households have to pay taxes to the government as well for the services which they get benefit from the government, and the government utilizing that money, they purchase from the firms different types of instruments, they have investments, as well as the flow of money takes place from the household to the firms indirectly through the mediator known as government. Now, the firms also have to pay taxes to the government, which in turn the government provided to the households again in the form of social transfers. So, this is how the flow of income and spending takes place in a society without the aid of bank here. This is the common flow which we all know, where government is the main institution which regulates the flow of money. But a common household person having an income of 20,000 per month is in doubt as he or she incurs different types of expenses like rent and bills, medicines, groceries, clothing, education, loans and taxes, and savings. Now, he provides to the firm and government all the expenses like rent and bills. Ultimately, he pays to the private companies or firms and government, medicines, groceries. So, everything is provided to the government or firms. But what about the banks? What about his savings? These two are not in the picture yet. Whenever we have expenses, the one part of our income which suffers majorly is our savings. At times, to have our expenses, we try to curb our savings, but we never think the other way round that we must have savings first priority and we curb our expenses. So, what to do now? To help it, we have banking institutions. The best option is to keep amounts separate for each and every expenses physically, and to have a fixed amount of saving is a bank, because once you have a savings account or FD account or any type of account in your bank, your savings get a priority to be deposited on the monthly basis or quarterly basis as per the duration. So, banks are the most important institutions, financial institutions, which help us to connect those who have capital with those who need capital. This is the very much important function of a bank. So, in this diagrammatic representation, we'll understand how banks play a major role and not the government, because the whole economy runs with the flow of money with the help of banks. So households, they provide their savings to the financial institutions in the form of different deposits. These financial institutions utilize that particular money and invest in firms. Households who wants the good for their consumption in the form of imports from the rest of the world. This rest of the world includes other banks as well as other companies through which we have our imports and export businesses. So again, the money is flowed from household to the rest of the world, and the rest of the world also exports to our firms. That is, import and export take place in our economy also. So again, the exchange of money takes place through financial institutions. So again, the money is provided to the banks. Now these firms again provide income to the households in the form of their monthly income or disposable income. Now the government also provides to the households certain sort of or some sort of income in the form of social transfers. The firms pay taxes to the government. Government puts some part of their fund into the firms as government purchases, government investment. When government also needs capital or government needs funds to provide its services efficiently, government also has only one institution to borrow from, and that is financial institutions. So this is how the whole picture works, where financial institutions provide aid in the form of finance to the household. It provides financial aid to firms, to the government, and to the rest of the world, as foreign exchange takes place with the help of banks. So ultimately it helps to increase our GDP, total income, which equals to total production, and it also helps to increase our foreign exchange borrowings from abroad as well, apart from our internal exchange of capital and loans. So banks are an important medium of exchanging money, enabling firms as well as household to have capital, enabling government to have proper investments and develop an economy. Moving ahead, we'll understand the importance of bank in the layman language, where we'll see the basic functions. So first is bank accept deposits and lend loans, which we all know. It provides insurance facilities and parabanking facilities like lockers, then nominee facility. There are many facilities. Ultimately, it helps us in the transformation of risk when we deposit our valuable assets or our valuable jewelry and different types of property papers, etc., to the bank. Our risk is diversified. Also, when we deposit money in the bank, our risk is diversified. Ultimately, it helps in the capital formation whenever you want to start your own business. An entrepreneur can avail the loan facility from the bank. Thus, he can act as an entrepreneur. Ultimately, it generates employment and improves standard of living, because when you have finance immediately in your hand, this immediate liquidity aids an economy to improve its standard of living. Next is banks help in developing financial intermediaries and markets. Like we all know, we have SEBI, REDI, these are the financial regulators, as well as we know development banks, development financial institutions, commercial banks, schedule banks, merchant banks, which helps in developing our economy. We also have non-banking facility financial institutions which facilitate the growth in the remote areas as well. So all these financial intermediaries and the markets are developed by the banks. Ultimately, economic development takes place. Banks enable us to have easy and global access. Like if you want to have loan from foreign country, or if you want to import and export from the other nations, a bank facilitates easy and global access. Pre-sanction and post-sanction appraisal. If a person is in need of loan, then the bank first inquires about the eligibility of the loan to be given to the person, whether the person is eligible or not, whether he can repay the loan or not in future. And post-sanction appraisal, after sanctioning, whether the business he's doing is right or not, it's functioning well or not. Even after you have taken the loan, the bank inquires about it timely, so that the banks do not run in loss. So it performs a very important function of pre-sanction and post-sanction appraisal. Providing of immediate loan, immediate withdrawal facility creates liquidity in the market. Best example is our ATM. It acts as a guarantor whenever the bank issues letter of credit, or it provides loan, or it facilitates securitization facility to the firms or the big institutions, it acts as a guarantor so that the firms do not run in loss or they can carry their business because they have at their back the financial institution known as bank who takes their guarantee. Next is channelization of funds. Now, banks help you to channelize your funds in different forms. If I want to start my industry, banks help me. If I want to create my NGO, own NGO, my self-help group, or if I want to donate some amount of money, or if I want to invest in imports and exports, to channelize in different mediums, even in my society or even in at international level, banks act as a channel to channelize all those funds. Next is it provides consumer finance facility, digital banking, we all know, clearing of checks. This was the basic. Provision of information, as we know, the digitalization has led to the provision of information on mobiles and it has become easy access to the banks. Different types of online payment mechanisms like UPI, BHIM, USSD. There are many Paytm, MobiKwik. It aids to the government in the form of financial services as well as funding. It acts as a trade facilitator and provides consultancy services. It helps in issuing letter of credit. Whenever you have import export business, banks acts as a guarantor and issues letter of credit. It acts as a factor in discounting agent to create immediate liquidity in the market. It acts as agent to government and provides the advices and consultancy services to government as well. It leads to optimum utilization of financial resources in the market. Development of monetary and credit policies. We all know SLR, cash reserve ratio, marginal standing facility, repo rate and reverse repo rate. All these are the instruments which help us to create liquidity in the market. So these are the monetary and credit policies which are developed by the bank. Issue of currency is the most important part because the currency circulating in the economy is issued under the guideline of RBI. Boon to farmers, MSMEs, and small businessmen because even a small person or a beginner or an entrepreneur, very fresh entrepreneur beginning for the first time his journey, can avail loan as well as guideline from the bank. So it has become a boon to them. Social welfare programs. There are many programs started by banks to help the society. Let us look at the role of banking in our life. So these are the few uh, important roles which are played by bank in our life on day-to-day basis. You can have a quick glance to it, like sending of funds, payment, mobile banking, transfers, e-wallets, home loans, insurance facility, saving plans, life insurance, crediting facility, deposit facility, wealth creation, providing database, owning the funds, installment services. Ultimately, all these are the day-to-day merchant banking facility, I can say in short, which banks help us to lead our life efficiently without any hurdle and at ease. So this was the importance of banking business in our life.